A common view of Buddhism is that it's pessimistic, that it begins by telling us life is suffering and only gets darker from there. What if I told you that in the Buddhist view, that deep, unsettling feeling of existential dread, that sense of meaninglessness you're told is a disorder or a chemical imbalance, isn't a pathology to be erased? What if it's the beginning of the most important investigation you'll ever undertake? Welcome to the Mindful Compass. Today, we're exploring a feeling that our modern world struggles with deeply: existential dread. That quiet background hum of, "Is this all there is?" Or the sudden sharp pang of meaninglessness. Modern psychology often frames this as a problem to be solved, a disorder to be medicated, or a cognitive error to be corrected. The Buddhist path, cultivated over 2,600 years, offers a radically different perspective. It suggests this feeling isn't a mistake. It is a summons. It's not a sign that you are broken. It's a sign that you are beginning to see things clearly, perhaps for the very first time. When the Buddha gave his first teaching, he didn't start with a comforting belief. He started with an observation. This is the first noble truth, that in life there is a deep, pervasive unsatisfactoriness or suffering. This is existential dread. The Buddha wasn't being pessimistic. He was being a master physician, making a clear and compassionate diagnosis. He was validating our deepest unease. Here is a modern way to understand this. The analogy, the check engine light. Imagine you're on a long road trip, and suddenly your car's check engine light flashes on. That light is your existential dread. Now, the modern approach is often to see the light itself as the problem. We think, this light is ruining my drive. It's giving me anxiety. How can I turn it off? We might pull over and just cut the wire to the sensor or put a piece of black tape over it so we don't have to see it. Problem solved, right? The engine is still overheating. The oil is still leaking. We've just silenced the signal. The Buddhist approach is to thank the light. The light isn't the problem. It's an indispensable, vital piece of information. It's the invitation to look under the hood. That feeling of meaninglessness is a signal from your mind. It's telling you, the way we're driving, the things we're chasing, the things we're clinging to, it's not working. The engine is under strain. The Buddha didn't just point to the light. He looked under the hood and told us what he found. He found that the engine overheats because of our craving, and that its parts, our lives, our jobs, our very selves, are all, by nature, impermanent. Our dread comes from trying to find permanent, solid meaning in things that are fundamentally impermanent and in flux. The dread is the friction burn from this impossible demand. So what does this mean for you, scrolling on your phone at 1 a.m., feeling that familiar void? It means the goal is not to get rid of the feeling of meaninglessness. The goal is to change your relationship to it. When you feel that dread, your habit might be to do what we all do. Cover the check engine light. We buffer. We distract ourselves with another purchase, another show, another drink, or another frantic goal. The Buddhist path invites a radical act. Stop the car. Instead of pathologizing the feeling, we honor it. We turn toward it. We lift the hood and look with gentle, non-judgmental curiosity at what's really going on. That dread is your teacher. It's the most honest part of you, telling you that you're seeking refuge in things that can't, by their very nature, provide lasting refuge. It's the voice whispering that there might be a different way to live, one not based on clinging, but on clarity, compassion, and release. This practice is not about fixing or banishing the feeling. It's about meeting it with mindfulness, which is the light of the Dhamma. I call this welcoming the teacher. The next time that wave of dread, meaninglessness, or profound unease arises, try this. First, don't fight and don't flee. Instead of immediately reaching for your phone or your to-do list, just pause for one full breath. Second, name it gently, silently. In your mind, say, the check engine light. I see you. Or, welcoming the feeling of emptiness. This act of naming is an act of recognition, not judgment. You are creating space around it. Third, ask a gentle question. Instead of the usual panic of, why am I like this? Or, how do I make this stop? Ask with genuine, soft curiosity. What does this feel like physically in my body? Is it a tightness in the chest? A coldness in the stomach? What thought just passed through my mind? Fourth, just be with it. You don't need to find an answer. The practice is simply to sit with the question, to observe the in-the-moment feeling as a phenomenon, like a weather pattern passing through the vast sky of your awareness. You are not the storm. You are the sky. This practice is how you begin to truly realize that. That feeling of existential dread is not a sign that you are broken. In the Buddhist tradition, it is a sign that you are waking up. It is the first necessary crack in the shell of illusion. It is the beginning of wisdom. You are not being pathological. You are simply starting to see the true nature of reality, and that can be unsettling. But this is the doorway. The Buddha's path doesn't promise to simply turn off the light. It promises to show you how to truly service the engine so you can travel with a new kind of freedom and peace. The dread isn't the end of the story. It's the call to adventure. If this check engine light is on for you, here are your next steps. First, share this video with someone you know who might also be wrestling with these big questions. Sometimes the greatest kindness is just sharing a new perspective. Second, in the comments below, share one word about how the welcoming the teacher practice felt to you. Did it feel spacious? Uncomfortable? Curious? Your experience illuminates the path for others. And third, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell, because in our next video, we're going to look under the hood at the specific cause of that engine warning. The powerful, subtle, and profound concept of craving. Thank you for walking this path of inquiry with us. May you be well. May you be peaceful. And may you have the courage to honor the signals that are guiding you toward freedom.